Good morning and welcome to the weekly what used to be Team Achieve call, and we have actually changed our name to Team Rise and Grind. That has been a personal goal of mine to come up with a new team name for a while now, and I just felt Rise and Grind kind of suited my vision for the team the best. And it's all based on a challenge group that I've been hosting for a couple months now. So that is what we're going to stick with. So aside from that, moving into today's call, shout out going to Kaylee, who is the only one in Success Club right now at Success Club 2. So awesome work. She's usually one of the first ones to get those points racked up. So keep up the great work. And aside from that, I don't have any big agenda for this call. I just want to cover a few things. Number one is going to be Summit is obviously next week. I'll be flying out next Wednesday, so we will still have our Wednesday morning call. And after that, the time change will switch to Mondays at 4 p.m., and that's Pacific Standard Time. Aside from that, going into Summit next week, I am super excited. I've gone to Summit for 4 years in a row. This is going to be my fifth one. Every single year, it literally gets bigger and better, and the product announcements and everything that comes out is usually amazing. So we just launched the new challenge pack, which includes T25, P90X3, and 21-day fix, and Shakeology, and business building tools for $295. If you add all that up separately, you save like $200. It's insane how great that pack is. So even if you are a new coach, or especially if you want to start a fit club but you don't necessarily have the workouts that you want to host a fit club with, check out the pack, guys. This can be a great one as kind of a beginner's business builder, because you get some of the best workout programs right there. And the fact that all those workouts are under 30 minutes each is awesome. So Summit, I am mostly excited for PiYo. And there's one other product that we're launching, which Carl Deichler has not given any tips on. There's been no leaks, so we have no idea what it's going to be. I'm personally hoping for something along the lines of Asylum 3 or Body Beast 2. Those have been two of my favorite programs. I would love to see those come out. I am also excited for PiYo because I am a guy and I have horrible flexibility. So I know a lot of us out there can relate to that. So PiYo is all based on strength training with your core, flexibility, stability, all that kind of stuff with no weights, right? It's incorporating both Pilates and yoga. Two things that are incredible for the body, but not a lot of us actually do. I've been in a pretty good routine lately of doing daily yoga for 30 minutes. I've just been using the P90X3 yoga. So I've been swapping out for the 21-day fix yoga lately. And I can tell you the results just from doing that one yoga workout, at least 4 to 5 times a week, sometimes 6 or 7. But I have felt awesome. I've been dealing with shoulder issues and back pain for a while now because of my old career as a massage therapist, and it left me beat up. So this program is going to be fantastic to market to those types of people who have physically demanding jobs, right? I was one of those. I can tell you firsthand, electricians, construction workers, hairstylists, dentists, these types of careers where people are either standing on their feet or their body is being physically demanded for that job. These are the types of people that can tremendously benefit from PiYo. So that's the type of market that I'm personally going to be going towards, or people who have injuries that they're trying to overcome, because all these workouts are low impact too. So PiYo is going to be awesome. That launches at Summit, I believe, Thursday morning. So you want to, I think that's the 19th. So again, like I did with P90X3 when it first came out, I did not wait until it actually launched and then started promoting it. I waited for P90X3, I waited till about 6 weeks before the launch. I made my list, right? I got every one of my clients put together that was going to do it with me. And so when it launched, it was simply just giving them the link. All of the back office work and the relationship building was already done. Do the same thing with PiYo. I personally haven't been marketing it too much until just now. Actually, starting today is going to be kind of my marketing strategy for it. I'm going to try to do the same thing. I'm going to put together a challenge group now, add those people now, so when it launches, I'm able to just give them the link. So if you have a blog, get a page set up for PiYo because you want to be ranked in Google, right? So you want to make sure that 2 years down the road, because you were one of the first ones in there and you hit those keywords the right way in your blog posts, you'll be able to be one of the top ranked on Google or any type of search engine. Optimization is what that's called, SEO. So aside from that, I'm super excited for those two programs. I don't even know what the second one is, but I'm excited for it. So moving forward, aside from Summit, I'll talk more about Summit next week because that's the day that I'll be flying out. Today, I would just want to touch base on motivation and falling off track and kind of just how you climb out of that rut. A lot of you know I've been struggling since I got back from that trip, right? I've done blog posts on it. So if you guys haven't checked out my blog, CoachChazFitness.com, I've done a couple blog posts which cover more in depth of kind of what I was struggling with, just my internal motivation. And coming off of that, I've been on fire the last couple weeks, the last week and a half, really, especially this week. And it's because I had that light switch moment come back on. It's so easy. It's just like, I always relate this business to fitness. It's so easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. And it kind of goes along with the quote, laziness fuels more laziness. Activity fuels more activity. So if you find yourself slacking, which is what I was doing when I came back from my trip, I started to slack. I was not following my daily routine or my morning routine that I like to do, especially with personal development. I slacked for a few days, which, you know, that's the laziness part. So it fueled more laziness to continue. It's the same thing with your workouts. We all know how this goes. You're right on track for a couple weeks. You wake up one day and go, I'll do that workout later. Next thing you know, right, you don't do that workout. And then it rolls into the next day. That laziness rolls into the next day. And you skip that workout and the next workout. Next thing you know, it's been a week and you go, oh, crap, I haven't worked out all week. It's the same thing with the business part, guys. Of course, you have to know your why. You have to know why you're doing this, and your why has to be greater than yourself. That was my biggest mistake I made the last 4 years of me doing Beachbody. I always was wanting to get out of my job. I was focused on myself, which was a great push and a great motivator for me. It worked to an extent. But when I finally quit that job and I came home and I get to work at home full time, I didn't have that next big goal. I didn't have that next driving force. I had it in my mind. I wanted to fire my wife's boss and bring her home because she wants to go back to nursing school. That was a goal of mine. But your goals have to match your actions. Your goals have to match that fire that's going on in here. If you have these big extravagant goals and an little bitty fire, you're not going to get far, are you? You have to make sure your driving force within you is going to match whatever goals you're trying to hit in this business. So how did I climb out of my rut to back on track where I'm at now? Because the last couple of days, man, I tell you, I've been waking up early. I have been going to bed late just because I'm not up watching TV late at night, but just because my mind is firing on all cylinders again. It feels great. Part of that's nutrition, guys. I've been cleaning up my nutrition big time the last 3-4 days, and I can tell you that makes such a difference. So if you are struggling with your nutrition, get your ass back on track. That's all I got to say. That's what I told myself, and I've been feeling fantastic from it. So anyways, get off track. Motivation. You have to have that driving force that's so powerful that it's going to be greater than your excuses. A lot of people make the mistake of always talking about the goals they have, always thinking about the goals they have, but they don't follow up with action. So when the oh crap moment comes up, and this means you lose a job, you have a couple big bills come in that need to be paid immediately, an emergency hospital visit. These are oh crap moments. Your car breaks down. That was a big one that happened to us back in December. Trista's car broke down, and I did not have the backup funds through Beachbody because at the time I was doing great with the P90X sales and all that stuff, but I wasn't doing much else aside from that. And I had that oh crap moment where I thought, oh crap, I need money now. And then I had another little pushing force for the next month to get that income until we were able to get her engine done. Don't wait until the oh crap moment to build this business. If you have a great job, and because not everyone's goals are to quit their job, right? Which is perfectly fine. You can totally work a full-time job that you love being at and still build Beachbody on the side, just as, you know, a side business. But if you want to make this thing big, if you want to make this a full-time income of $500 a week or more, you have to be able to back it up with the action. Because if you always just think about your goals but never take action, guess what happens when the oh crap moment comes up? You're screwed. That's why I'm here every single week hosting these calls, because I want to try to get you guys up and moving and see what Beachbody can do for you the way that it's blessed me. I want to help you guys do the same thing. Now, with my own motivation, I was always running from that job, right? I was always running from the spa gig. So when I finally got away from it, just like the gazelle I talked about last couple weeks, just like the gazelle, I stopped. I got complacent. Now, the last couple weeks, the biggest things that I did to get back out of my rut, I didn't have any light bulb moment where all of a sudden my motivation came back and my mindset switched on and I go, oh, okay, I'm back on it. It's been a gradual process, baby steps. I started with my morning routine that I used to do every single morning starting at 6 a.m. What I did was I picked 1 or 2 items off of that list, usually personal development and my workouts, because I got in the habit of putting my workouts off until like 9 p.m., which for me is horrible because I get energy after working out and I'm up until like 2 in the morning. So I picked personal development and working out. I started to wake up not at 6 like my goal was, but I started to wake up at maybe 7:30 instead of 9. And I told myself, get your personal development and your workout done. Then after I got in the habit of doing that, I added in my morning yoga at 6. I added in checking in on Facebook at 8 in the morning. I added in all these little things from my big morning to-do list, which I've posted on my YouTube and inside the Team Achieve and all that kind of stuff. So you have access to it. But the point is, take baby steps if you need to. You don't have to jump all in. It's like a fitness program. You don't have to go straight into a 6-day-a-week intense program. Take baby steps. Modify when you need to, like, you know, just like the workouts say. So if you find yourself struggling, you have to create a plan to get out of that rut. Because once you dig yourself into a deep hole, it sucks. You wake up every day, usually after sleeping in, and you have zero motivation to do anything. I can't tell you how many hours I wasted in front of my Xbox and the TV just because I did not feel like doing anything. I had clients to reply back to. I had challenge pack sales waiting to come in, but they were waiting on me to send the link. And even then, I still kind of just, I'll do it later. I don't really want to do that right now. You have to be able to sacrifice. Sacrifice is a huge thing in this entire Beachbody world. We sacrifice a lot of stuff to get into physically good shape. We sacrifice time to read our personal development. We sacrifice time with our friends and our family to work on the business. These are all things that need to be done. And if you find yourself digging your own rut, you're going to be stuck there for a long time if you don't climb out. The longer you're in there, again, laziness fuels laziness. The longer you're in there, the harder it's going to be to get out. I dug myself a pretty good one in the last couple of weeks. I've slowly been coming out, and I can tell you off the last 3 or 4 days, I'm officially 110% back on my game. Everything up here is so crystal clear again. I'm able to have my vision, and vision is another great one too, guys. Vision and dreaming. I watched a video, Regina Lanford, I believe, I'll have to post that video. But I found a video of one of the top 10 coaches, and she was sharing her story, and it was a story that I connected with. We came from a similar background, right? So when I heard this and I heard where she started, she had signed up one coach in January, and she had one of her teammates hit Success Club 5 in January. And by the end of the year, she was an elite 2-star diamond coach. That, for whatever reason, resonated with me. And this was yesterday. So when I saw that video, and I instantly kind of got that vision and that motivation that I had before the cruise, I finally kind of opened my eyes again, and I realized I've been reading personal development, right? But I haven't been plugging into Beachbody specific stories. So wherever you want to go with this business, find success stories based on that. Go to YouTube and just type in Beachbody Coach success story. Start watching these things, guys, because I watched that one, and then I watched like 10 other ones yesterday. And I think that's why I woke up this morning, I popped right up out of bed, and I instantly had my whole vision back again that I lost over the last 8 weeks. And I can tell you firsthand, guys, I'm on the other side of the hurdle. Get yourself out of the rut if you're in it, because I know personally how much it sucks. And I know how easy it is to watch something like this and listen to somebody tell you, get out of it, get out of it. And it's easy to think, okay, whatever. Do it for you. Do it for your family. Remember your why you started this whole thing. It's so easy to sign up and be so excited your first 2 weeks, but then you realize, oh crap, this actually takes work. This takes time. This takes sacrifice. This takes commitment. That's when motivation starts to get lower. But you have to remember, as one of my favorite quotes by E.T., champions keep on going when they've got nothing left in the tank. When you've got no more money in your pocket, when you are completely drained of energy, that's where your work begins. We can all be super excited and motivated when we have a bank account full of money, when we're in physically good health and shape, and when our relationships are great and crystal clear, and we have motivation. It's easy to put in the work then. The work begins on the days that you wake up with no motivation. The work begins on the days that you wake up and you don't want to do anything. You don't want to do the workout. You don't think you have time to write a blog post. You want to do that video, but for whatever reason you haven't. These are things that you need to tell yourself, just shut up and do it, because that's when you see the results. It's the same thing with fitness again. If you're doing a workout and you're doing bench press, right? If you're doing 10 reps and you do those first 6 and it doesn't burn that much, that's like waking up on days that you're motivated. It's easy. What happens on those last 2 or 3 reps though? All of a sudden it starts to burn. It gets a little bit harder to get that bar up or those dumbbells. And on that last rep, when you have nothing left, that's where you have to dig down deep in here just to get that thing up. You're going to struggle, you're going to shake, you're going to cry, but you get it up. It's the same thing with this business. It's the days that you are not motivated that's really going to show how committed you are to this thing. I can tell you firsthand, I spent the last 8 weeks sitting on my butt, barely skipping by. Because of that, I missed my goal of hitting Success Club 10 every single month in this whole year. I hit January, February, March, April, and I missed May. Not because I was lazy in May, but because I was lazy in February and April. This thing is kind of a delay reaction. You'll learn as your income grows, you'll learn this. If you slack right now for 2 weeks, you may still see your income for this week and next week, even though you may be lazy this week. But 2 or 3 weeks down the road, that's where you'll see it affect you. There's always a delay reaction. Same thing with this being successful part. The work you put in now, you're not going to see right now. But after a month or two of being really, really consistent and doing your daily activities, after a month or two, that's where you start to see these little spikes. And you may open up your back office one day and think, oh, holy crap, where'd that come from? Oh, yeah, that's right. I've been busting my ass for 2 months in a row. This is what it comes down to, guys. Know your why. Have some type of driving passion that's going to keep you going, even on the days you don't want to. Create an action plan for yourself. For me, it's a morning routine, and I have a specific kind of business routine I follow. It's up on my whiteboard. Like I said, I posted it all over the place. But I do my back office. I check my back office every single day. I check the breaking news section so I make sure I'm up to date on everything that's going on. I check my Facebook. I reply to messages first. Then I check in with my groups. I usually try to do some type of motivational post on my main page. Then I typically hit my notifications, reply back to comments. I check my Instagram. I do the same thing with that. And I check my YouTube. I do the same thing with that, or watch any motivational stuff that I haven't watched. Then from there, it's simply just a matter of finding new people, connecting with new people, making new friends. You're not in this just to sell. It's all based on relationships. If you don't have the relationships, good luck, because relationships are what make this thing last. That's where you get the repeat customers. That's where you get people that sign up with you as coaches because they have the relationship. They trust you. They see what you've done, and they want to do the same thing. So this all comes down to motivation, finding what drives you. I found what drives me. I hope you guys do the same. Create your action plan. If you need help coming up with some type of plan to follow, feel free to message me. I run my whole business based on my challenge groups. That's kind of my home base. So if you want to do the same thing, I'd be more than happy to connect with you and help you come up with some type of game plan. But aside from that, this has been Coach Chaz. I appreciate you guys being on this team. We are now Team Rise and Grind because we need to rise above mediocrity. We need to grind daily towards our goals. You guys have a blessed day. Now we'll catch you next week. Peace out.